Let me speak to the part of you that's tired. Tired of setting goals and not reaching them. Tired of dreaming big, only to wake up and see the same reality. Tired of waiting for motivation, inspiration, or perfect timing. Let me talk to the part of you that knows. Deep down, you are capable of more. You are not here to just exist. You are here to create, to expand, to conquer the invisible walls you've built in your mind. But that kind of life, the one you want, isn't given. It's earned. And it begins the moment you understand this truth. You must force yourself to achieve your goals. Not wait for the right moment. Not pray for comfort. Not hope someone else will believe in you first. You must push yourself. You must demand more from your own spirit. Because no one else can do it for you. No one else knows the weight of the dreams inside you. No one else understands the battles you fought in silence. But you do. And that's why it's on you to rise. To move even when it's hard. To take the step when your legs shake. To keep going when everything in you says stop. You see, discipline doesn't wait for desire. Discipline shows up regardless. The person who forces themselves forward is the one who wins. Not because they have the most talent, but because they have the most resolve. And that resolve, that fire, doesn't come from outside. It comes from within. From knowing that your goals were not given to you as decoration. They were given as instructions. As assignments. And your responsibility is not to admire them, but to achieve them. You must force yourself. Because the resistance you feel is not a wall, it's a mirror. It's reflecting your old beliefs. Your doubts. Your excuses. And you have to break it. You don't break it with words. You break it with action. With movement. With a daily decision to show up, no matter what. No matter how tired. No matter how discouraged. No matter how far the finish line seems. Force yourself. Because freedom lives on the other side of that effort. When you train your mind to push through discomfort, you unlock a version of yourself that most never meet. A version that doesn't fold under pressure. A version that doesn't wait to feel ready. A version that acts and adjusts along the way. You want success? Then stop negotiating with weakness. Stop feeding the part of you that wants to quit. Start feeding the part of you that is hungry for victory. There is no breakthrough without push. There is no growth without force. And there is no greatness without discipline. The person you admire, the life you want, the impact you dream of. They all demand one thing. Your full commitment. Not your half effort. Not your excuses. Your full, unapologetic, relentless drive. And I tell you this with urgency. Because every moment you delay, you strengthen the chains that hold you back. Force yourself. Not because it's easy, but because you've already lived the alternative. You already know what it feels like to settle. To wait. To hope. To start and stop. Now it's time to finish. To decide. To become. You don't have to be fearless. You just have to be willing. Willing to act. Willing to fall and get up. Willing to endure discomfort for a reward that lasts. Your goals are not just dreams. They are doors. Doors to your next level. And only force can turn the key. The force to get up early. To focus. To stay in motion. To build discipline like muscle daily, painfully, and with intention. Because each time you force yourself to do what your old self avoids, You're proving to your mind that you've changed. That you are no longer who you were. That you're becoming someone new, someone unstoppable. That's the power you hold. And it's been there all along. There will come a day when you realize that motivation alone is not enough. That inspiration is temporary. And success doesn't care how you feel. What matters is who you are when no one is watching. What matters is what you choose when there is no applause. No validation. No comfort. And that is why forcing yourself is not a punishment. It's an act of self-respect. It's telling the world, I will not be owned by my excuses. Because excuses are seductive. They whisper to you in your weakest moments. They sound reasonable. They sound safe. But they are the poison that kills purpose. Your greatest enemy is not fear. It's comfort. It's waiting for the right time. It's believing that tomorrow is guaranteed. Let me be clear. There is no perfect moment. There is only now. And now is all you need. If you want to rise, you must train yourself to move when you don't feel like it. To act when your emotions say wait. To stand firm when the voices in your head say sit down. Force is not aggression. Force is alignment. It's bringing your body, your focus, your words and your actions into agreement with your vision. Especially when it's uncomfortable. And yes, it will be uncomfortable. Growth always is. Change always demands sacrifice. But what are you sacrificing by staying where you are? Your peace? Your purpose? Your legacy? Because make no mistake, you are building a legacy. Every single day. Through every choice you make. Every habit you feed. Every time you say yes to weakness or yes to growth. So ask yourself now, who am I becoming? Not who are you. Not who people think you are. Who are you becoming through your actions, your force, your daily effort? The life you desire is not being kept from you. It is waiting for the version of you that has the discipline to claim it. That's what force does. It brings the future into the present. By refusing to wait. You can study all the strategies. You can read all the books. You can plan until the paper is full. But none of that matters if you don't move. If you don't do. If you don't act. Force yourself. Because behind every breakthrough is a moment where someone pushed through resistance. And that someone can be you. You don't need more talent. You don't need more resources. You need more refusal to quit, to delay, to shrink. You need more self-trust. Trust that you will show up. Trust that your effort matters. Trust that even if you fail, you will learn and rise again. Every person you admire has forced themselves through moments of fear, of laziness, of failure. And you are no different. You are just as capable. Just as powerful. But that power won't be activated by chance. It must be claimed through force. Through consistent, deliberate, unapologetic effort. No one will do it for you. But you don't need them to. Because you have everything you need. The question is, will you use it? Will you force yourself not just once, but again and again, until the old you has no room left to breathe? That is how greatness is forged. Not in a single leap, but in daily steps. Taken with discipline. Taken with force. Let me tell you something the world won't always say. You are not a victim of your past. You are not defined by your mistakes. And you are certainly not trapped in your current reality. But if you want change, you must force it. Not through bitterness. Not through blame. Through bold, repeated action that tells your mind, I am done living beneath my potential. Your calls are not random. They were placed in your heart for a reason. They are part of your assignment. Your duty. Your gift to this world. And if you abandon them, you are abandoning a piece of who you were created to become. So no, you don't get to quit. You don't get to live small. You don't get to be passive about your destiny. You must fight for it. You must force it into reality with the strength of your decision. You must become the person who finishes what they start. Because there is no reward for almost. There is no crown for someday. There is only now and what you do with it. Force yourself to rise earlier. To learn more. To speak up. To take the first step, the next step, and the one after that. And when you fail, and yes, you will, force yourself to rise again. With more wisdom. More clarity. More hunger. That hunger is your fuel. That pain? It's shaping your resilience. That resistance? It's building your strength. And that fear? It's a signpost. That what you want is on the other side. So go toward it. Walk through it. Break it. Because the life you want is possible, but not without you. Not without your sweat. Not without your persistence. Not without your force. Force yourself. Every morning. Every time you want to retreat. Every time comfort tries to seduce you. Every time the world tells you to wait, to doubt, to give up. You stand taller. You breathe deeper. You move forward. And you tell yourself, I was not born to shrink. I was not born to wish. I was born to win. That doesn't mean it will be easy. It means it will be worth it. And if you're still listening, if you've made it this far, I believe you're ready. Not perfect. Ready. So here's what I want you to do now. Don't just think about it. Act. Don't just agree with me. Prove it. Right now, not tomorrow, make the decision. Write it down. Say it out loud. Tell your body, your mind, your soul. I will force myself to achieve my goals. No more delay. No more doubt. No more excuses. Comment those words. Let the world know that your time is now. And if this message awakens something in you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it. Like it. Send it to someone who needs to stop waiting and start becoming. Because when one person chooses to rise, others follow. And it starts with you. Right here. Right now. Force yourself. And never look back.